Not only has it not got anything to do with race, but the bit that Miriam has not mentioned, which it has a very great deal to do with, is religion.
Is Douglas Murray's argument so compelling that it leaves a Muslim politician lost for words? In this video, we dive into the heated exchange that left everyone stunned. In the midst of a changed atmosphere at the BBC studio, Douglas Murray, a figure revered for his incisive commentary, finds himself in a verbal discussion with Miriam over the treatment of returning jihadists and the broader influence of Islamic religion in Western societies.
Why do you say that it's there's a racial aspect to taking away somebody's citizenship if they're suspected to be an Islamic extremist?
Because where are you supposedly sending them back to?
Miriam posits that stripping citizenship from suspected Islamic extremists carries racial undertones, setting the stage for a clash of perspectives. Murray, however, swiftly redirects the discourse towards the religious dimensions underpinning jihadists' actions. He asserts that the Islamic State's proclamation of identity stems from a fervent to religious doctrine, transcending any misinterpretations. Despite Miriam's attempts to steer the conversation elsewhere, Murray's remains resolute, unmasking the uncomfortable truth about the role of religion in shaping extremist ideologies.
If I can just finish, this is a crucial thing we cannot avoid. I know it's uncomfortable, I know we want to keep avoiding it, but the religious aspect, which Miriam didn't want to talk about, is a vital part of this discussion.
This exchange lays bare the critical need for candid discussions surrounding the influence of Islam on contemporary issues of security and policy. Beyond the confines of the BBC studio, Douglas Murray's intellectual odyssey traverses the complex terrain of immigration, identity, and cultural assimilation in Europe. With a discerning eye, Murray scrutinizes the seismic shifts wrought by mass migration from Muslim-majority countries, sounding alarm bells about its impact on European identity. His magnum opus, The Strange Death of Europe, serves as a poignant chronicle of how immigration patterns have reshaped the continent's social fabric, compelling Europe to navigate the delicate balance between compassion and pragmatism. Murray's views on Islam invite both acclaim and controversy, as he boldly asserts a direct correlation between the religion and violent extremism. Undeterred by criticism, he advocates for open discourse on Islam's role in contemporary Europe, urging society to confront the complexities of ideology, identity, and security. His nuanced approach extends to the concept of multiculturalism, which he interrogates for its potential to stifle honest conversations about immigration and cultural diversity. Murray's unwavering commitment to robust public discourse underscores his belief that suppressing uncomfortable discussions only serves to erode societal cohesion. In 2006, Douglas Murray delivered a speech before the Dutch Parliament that sparked controversy and ignited discussions on immigration policies and social integration. During his address, Murray asserted that conditions for Muslims in Europe must be toughened universally. Europe should appear less appealing. He advocated for a sweeping ban on immigration from Muslim-majority countries into Europe. Furthermore, he proposed the forcible repatriation of Europe Muslims involved in or supportive of violence against Western nations to their countries of origin. Following the backlash prompted by his speech, Murray offered a defense, explaining the context and rationale behind his statements. He clarified that his speech aimed to address the pressing issue of managing increasingly problematic Muslim communities in Europe. As part of his proposed solutions, Murray emphasized the necessity of halting mass immigration from Muslim countries to prevent exacerbating integration challenges. Murray's speech elicited polarized reactions, with some applauding his candid approach to addressing contentious issues, while others condemned his proposals as discriminatory. However, the discourse sparked by his remarks underscored the need for nuanced discussions and policy considerations regarding immigration, multiculturalism, and social cohesion in Europe. At the heart of Douglas Murray's ethos lies a steadfast belief in the power of free speech and constructive dialogue. Through his writings and public engagements, he navigates the treacherous waters of identity politics with a keen eye for practical solutions. Rejecting the polarizing rhetoric of elitist ideologies, Murray advocates for a common-sense middle ground that transcends partisan divides. His willingness to engage in difficult conversations despite facing criticism reflects a profound commitment to shaping public discourse on critical issues. The viewpoints expressed by Douglas Murray regarding Islam, jihadism, and immigration have ignited a flurry of intense debates and discussions, resonating deeply within various circles. Murray's insights have stimulated thoughtful discourse on these complex and multifaceted issues. Below, we provide a succinct summary of his principal viewpoints, which have served as focal points for further exploration and analysis in contemporary discourse. Murray contends that Europe's mass immigration from Muslim-majority countries has led to significant cultural shifts. He raises concerns about the integration of immigrant communities and the potential impact on European identity. In his influential book, The Strange Death of Europe, Murray examines how immigration patterns have altered the continent's social fabric. He argues that Europe must strike a balance between compassion and pragmatism when addressing immigration issues. As the debate transitions toward policy considerations, Douglas Murray emerges as a focal proponent of nuanced approaches to addressing returning jihadists, challenging the notion that rehabilitation programs can succeed without addressing the ideological motivations behind extremism. Murray underscores the imperative of acknowledging the religious dimension of the issue. His warning against overlooking the role of Islam in shaping extremist ideologies underscores the delicate balance between security imperatives and the preservation of democratic values. Murray, along with his counterparts such as Sam Harris and Ayaan Hirsi Ali, underscores the peaceful cohabitation of the vast majority of Muslims, while simultaneously acknowledging the existence of a notable minority whose interpretation of Islam poses a significant security concern. Both Harris and Hirsi Ali stress the pressing necessity for transparent dialogue concerning the components of Islamic doctrine that jihadists exploit to justify their violent deeds. Murray argues that disregarding the ideological underpinnings of jihadism under the pretext of cultural sensitivity not only impedes efforts to counter extremism but also jeopardizes the preservation of liberal democratic principles. I fully align with Douglas Murray's standpoint on this matter. In a society that cherishes freedom of expression, addressing the fundamental origins of ideological extremism become paramount, particularly when these ideologies derive from religious interpretations that run counter to democratic values. Formulating policies without confronting these foundational beliefs may prove inadequate in effectively combating extremism. In the aftermath of the debate, both sides issue a clarion call for open dialogue on religion and extremism. Murray urges for discussions that distinguish between constructive criticism and bigotry, emphasizing the imperative of addressing religious influences on jihadist ideologies without fear of censorship. Miriam, while acknowledging the importance of free speech, remains cautious about potential stigmatization. Nevertheless, she concedes the necessity of nuanced conversations that delve into religion's impact on individual beliefs and actions. Throughout this lively exchange, the eloquent arguments and quick wit demonstrated by Douglas Murray have undeniably made a deep impression, leading to a moment of utter speechlessness. This serves as a testament to the potency of language and the significance of dialogue within our society. Regardless of whether one aligns with his perspectives, it's impossible to overlook the impact of his delivery. As we bring this video to a close, it's important to remember that the exchange of ideas, even those considered controversial, remains essential for the advancement of thought and democracy. Thank you for watching this debate between Douglas Murray and Miriam, a Muslim politician on the BBC. Want to see more of these videos about Douglas Murray and his discussion and vision? Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content.